Okay, good morning everyone. So today we're going to discuss about the continuation of our discussion on our previous video. So it's all about analytic geometry, preferably in finding equations of a circle using point on a circle itself. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to find the different kinds of equation. But for today, I'm going to show you two types of on how or two ways on how to find the equation of a circle using 3 points. Okay, are you ready? Okay, I think you're very much ready for today's discussion. First and foremost is we're going to discuss what finding on how to find equation of a circle through given point. Okay, but before that, we're going to define first what is a circle is. Okay, but for those who are absent or for those who haven't seen our previous video, let's first define what is a circle is. Okay, so a circle is what? Wait, a circle is it is a locus of all points equidistant from a static point. Okay, and the equation of a circle is a way to express the definition of a circle on the coordinate plane. Okay, so allow me to annotate something on our screen. So for the formula in finding the equation of a circle in standard form, again, the formula for finding or sorry, the formula using HK, okay, because we're already discussed about finding the equation using the center of the circle is at the origin of the Cartesian coordinate plane, or that is from the 0, 0, x and y coordinate. Okay, so for this one, we're going to have the x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. But before we're going to proceed on our discussion, we're going to identify first what are those numbers. Okay, so the h and k are what we call the center points or center point of this kind of circle. Okay, then the x and y is our circle coordinates. And lastly, our r, particularly, I think you're very much familiar with this r, and this is what we call the radius. Okay, so for this one, let me click the drawings, and I'm going to give you an example on how we're going to find that equation, particularly, okay, that equation using three given points on a circle. Okay, so let me have an example. We have a point A, and our point A is, I think that is 2 and 2. Our point B, that take note that this line, that these points lie on our circumference of our circle. Okay, so letter B point is 2. Sorry, why do I have an equal symbol here? Okay, so B is, let me think a number, 2 and 4. Next, C is, wait, 5. Let's have 5 and 5. Okay, so I have here different points on a circle. Take note that if I'm going to draw a circle, okay, if I'm going to draw a circle here, definitely that this point A, B, and C will lie on the circumference of the circle. Okay, so what is the step one? In order to identify the standard form equation of this circle. Okay, so the step one is we're going to first get what? Get this point A, or substitute this point A to our what? To our standard form. That is r squared is equal to what? Oh, wait, let me interchange. So let's have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. Okay, so we're going to use first the point A. So our point A is x, so that is 2 minus h squared plus our y is 2. Sorry, but I have comma here. So minus k squared is equal to r squared. Take note, we don't have any radius yet, right? Next one. How about if we're going to have the point B? Okay, so for the point B, let's just substitute the x with 2 and y with 4. So that is 2 minus h squared plus, what is our y? Our y is 4 then minus k squared is equal to r squared. So this is our equation number 1, and this is our equation number 2. So in order to find our third equation, we're going to get the point C, wherein our x is 5, sorry, minus h squared plus, again, our y coordinate is 5 minus k squared is equal to r squared. And take note, this is our third, what? Third equation. So remember, on our step number 1, we have what? We have 3 equations. Particularly, that is 2 minus h squared plus 2 minus k squared is equal to r squared. That is our first equation. For our second equation, we have 2 minus h squared plus 4 minus k squared plus r squared. And our third equation, that is 5 minus h squared plus 5 minus k squared is equal to r squared. Now, after finding our first 3 equations, is what? We're going to what? We're going to equate them. Okay? So let's first get the 2 equations for our step number 2. So for our step number 2, we're going to equate them. So that is 2 minus h squared plus 2 minus k squared is equal to our equation number 2, which is this one, plus 4 minus k squared. Okay, sir, why you equated them into equal both sides of the equation? Simply because they are equal to r squared. Okay, so if they are equal to r squared, both of these first and 2 equations are equal to r squared. Definitely, that the left side of the equations are equal. Am I right? Okay, so based on this one, what will happen to our equation? So can I cancel this already? This one and this. They are the same, right? And they are on the both sides of the equation. So therefore, if I'm going to transpose this one, this will become negative, and this term minus this term is 0. So again, I can cancel already this term, right? So therefore, the remaining term is 2 minus k, sorry. So that is 2 minus k squared is equal to 4 minus k squared. Okay, now based on this one is we're going to expand this terms. So how we're going to expand this is what we call difference of binomials, right? So this is 4 minus 4k plus k squared. So this is 16 minus 8k plus k squared. Sir, how will you get that one? Okay, are you familiar with FOIL method? Okay, so we're going to solve this for using FOIL method. So that is 2 minus k multiplied by 2 minus k, simply because that is raised to 2, right? So again, FOIL method is, that is first term, so that is 4, minus outer term, so that is 2k. Next is our inner term. Wait, let me annotate something. Our inner term is this one. So negative k times 2, that is minus 2k. And last term, L for FOIL method, so that is positive k squared. Take note, we're going to use what? FOIL method. So this is combining like terms, so that is 4 minus 4k is equal to, plus what? Plus k squared. And that's it. Okay, so let me erase something on our screen for you to see. Wait, I can't erase them. Okay, so let us continue on our equation. Again, if I'm going to transpose k squared on our right side, this will become negative, so therefore I can cancel this already. Okay, next, let's combine like terms. So we're going to put this 8k here, so that is negative 4k plus 8k is equal to 16. Then transposing this is negative 4. So therefore, this will become what? This will become 8. This will become what? 4k is equal to 12. And dividing both sides by 4. So divide both sides by 4. So cancel the 4. So k now is equal to 3. Now, we have now already our k, which is equal to 3. Okay, so After finding the value of k, we're going to get what? We're going to use the equation number 2 again and equation number 3 for our step number 3. Okay, so how? Simply, it's just simple like our equation number 2 or our step number 2. So that is 2 minus h squared plus 4 minus k squared is equal to 5 minus h squared plus 5 minus k squared. Okay, now after this one is what? We're going to, do we have the same number on this one? I think we don't have this, so therefore we're going to expand everything. Okay, so in expanding this one, so this is 4 minus 4h plus h squared plus this one, expand this one, so this is 16 minus 8k plus k squared. Then this one expand, so this is 25 minus 10h plus h squared. Next one is plus, this is 5, so this is 25 minus 10k, then plus k squared. Okay, again, we're going to cancel both sides of the equation. So cancel the k squared here, right? What more? So again, the h squared, we're going to cancel the h squared because they are the same. And I think we don't have this. Okay, so let's simplify, excluding the cancelled terms. So this is now 4 and 16, so that is 20, right? So 20 minus 4h and negative 8k. We don't have common terms here, so this is minus 4h minus 8k is equal to, so that is 25 plus 25, so that is 50 already, and then minus 10k, sorry, 10h minus 10k. Okay, now based on this one, we're going to combining them. We're going to put all of the variables on the left side and all of the constant on the right side. So that is now negative 4h minus 8k. Transposing this one will become positive, so that is positive 10h. Then this one is positive 10k is equal to 50 minus this one is 20, so therefore that is negative 20. Okay, so combining like terms, so this is now 6h and then plus 2k is equal to, this is 30. Okay, now again, we have already our value of k here, so therefore we're going to what? We're going to substitute the value of k here, so therefore this is now 6h plus 2 multiplied by 3, so that is 6 is equal to, sorry, I cannot write anymore here, so let's undo and we're going to continue here, so that is now 6h plus 2 multiplied by 3, so that is now 30. Then simplifying, so that is now 6h plus 6 is equal to 30. Now, based on this one, we're going to continue our equation here. So this is now 6h is equal to 30 minus 6, so that is 24. Dividing both side by h, by 6, sorry. So your answer will become h now is equal to 4. Am I right? So that is 24 divided by 6, and that is 4. So we have now our h and we have already our k. Now, based on this one, we have already our h and k. So what is the next one, or what is the next thing to do? Okay, so the next one is, so based on this one, we have already our center. And our center is what? Our center is, h is what? H is our x on our coordinate and k is our y on our coordinate. So therefore, the center of the equation of this circle is 4, 3. Okay, now after finding the center of the circle, let me clear everything here. So to continue on our equation, so let's have the step number 4. For our step number 4, let's just substitute the given values here. So this x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So therefore, based on this one, so what is our x again? Our x is, we still don't have. Using the equation letter sorry, using the point A. So our point A here is 2 minus our h is, what is our h? Our h is 4 squared plus 2 again. Again, we're going to use the point A wherein this is 2 and 2. So minus 3 squared is equal to r squared. So therefore, this is negative 2 squared. Sorry, I need to put parentheses here. Plus negative 1 squared is equal to r squared. So simplifying this one, so this will become 4 plus 1 is equal to r squared. Okay, so based on this one is we're going to what? We're going to add our equation. So this will become 5 is equal to r squared. So, but what is, we need just r here. So therefore, we're going to what? We need to extract the radical symbol here. So in order to what? In order to remove the square here. So this will become r now is equal to square root of 5. Okay, so by using the decimal, so r now is equal to what? Square root of 5 by using our calculator, that will become 2.236 or 24. So that is our radius. Okay, so we have already now our radius, so therefore, we're going to substitute everything. Okay, so in order to substitute everything, so the results here now for our step number 5 is substitution. So we have what? We have the equation x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. We have already now our h, and our h is 4 squared plus our k is what? Our k is 3. So that is 3 squared is equal to, what is our r squared? Our r squared is square root of 5. Okay, so this is now our equation of the circle in standard form. Or you may simplify this one. This will become x minus 4 squared plus y minus 3, sorry, squared is equal to 2.24. Okay, so these two answers can be, they are both equal actually. Okay, so any question about finding the equation of a circle using 3 points? Okay, using 3 points. I think it's so easy for you guys to solve for the equation of the circle using 3 points, using this technique or way on how will you going to find the equation in standard form. Now, sir, what if our given equation is on the general form? Well, that's another way on how we're going to solve for the what? For the equation of the circle. Okay, so we are done in finding equation of the circle using 3 points in standard form. So how about, sir, if we're going to deal with a general form? So if we're dealing to the if we're going to deal with a general form equation of the circle, is just simply we're going to have, or we're going to identify the A, B, C, and C and D of our equation using the standard, using the general form of the equation. Okay, so let me, I think, is this okay for you? Okay, so let me clear all the drawings now, and let's start finding the equation of the circle using what? Using 3 points again, but now we're going to have it with standard, with the general form. Okay, so how will you going to solve equations of the circle using general form? Okay, so again, by in using general form, I think we have here an equation, and you are very much familiar with this. Let me write. That is x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Okay, are you familiar with this equation? So this is what we call general form equation of the circle. So how will you going to solve? First one is substitute each point on this equation. Number 2, this gives equations in 3 unknowns, the g, f, and c. Okay, then number 3 step is what? Solve these equations for g, f, and c. And lastly, number 4 is put the values back into the equation in order to get the equation of the circle using 3 points. Okay, so let's have an example number 1 here. Our point P is -4 and +2. Our point Q is, I think that's -2 and 6. Next one, our point R is 4 and 8. Okay, so based on this one, we're going to substitute the values of P, Q, and R. Okay, so in order to find the three unknowns. Okay, first and foremost is we're going to get P. So which is this? Or what is how will you going to find the first equation of the circle using point P? Just substitute the value of x and y on our given equation here. Okay, so let's substitute for equation number 1. For our equation number 1, so that's -4 squared plus 2 plus 2g. What is x? -4 plus 2f. What is y? +2. Okay, plus c is equal to 0. And that is our first equation. Okay, now we're going to use the point Q. So for our second equation. So point Q, so that is -2 squared plus, what is our y? Sorry, I forget the squared here. Then our y is 6 squared, right? Plus 2g. What is our x? That is -2. Then plus 2f. What is our y? Our y is 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. And that is our equation number 2. Okay, next, we're going to have the equation number 3. For the equation number 3, we're going to use what? The value of r. The coordinates of r, should I say. So substitute. So will become +4 squared plus our y is 8 squared. Sorry, that is 8 squared plus 2. What is x again? I'm to wait for a while. Okay, then this one is g. Our x is 4 plus 2f. Our y is 8 plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we're going to simplify this equations. All right, we're going to simplify this. So this is now 16 plus 4 minus 8g plus 8f, right, plus c is equal to 0. Next equation is, this is 4 plus 6 times 6, that is 36, minus 4g plus 12f plus c is equal to 0. Okay, take note, this one is here, okay? So I think if I write it 6. Now, for our third equation, so this is 16 plus 8 squared is 8 times 8, that is 64, plus 8g plus 16f plus c is equal to 0. So this is our first equation, our second equation, and our third equation. Now, in order to identify our our G, F, and C, is we're going to combine them, combining them into 2 like this. Okay, or maybe we can use the equation number 1 and number 3 instead of equation number 1 and number 2. Why? So simply, if we're going to use the equation number 1 and number 3, we're going to cancel what? We're going to cancel the points, the variable c and the variable g here, because their numerical coefficient are the same. Are you sure? I don't think so. Okay, so let's continue. So for our step number 2, so after substitution, so our first step is substitution in order to get what? In order to get 3 equations. Now, for our step number 3 and number 2 is we're going to, wait, this is not yet simplified. So we're going to add first. So this is now what? So this is, I'm going to write here na lang. So this is 20 minus 8g plus 8f plus c is equal to 0. So this one is 36 plus 4, so that is 40 minus 4G plus 12F plus C is equal to 0. And this one is what? 60, 70, 80. I think that is 80 minus 8G plus 16F plus C is equal to 0. Okay, so let me erase something on our whiteboard to solve. Okay, so what do we need? What do we need to do next is what? We're going to simplify, or we're going to combining them into different terms. Okay, so in order to get our fourth equation, our fifth equation, and our sixth equation, in order to identify our values of G, F, and C. Okay, so first and foremost, wait, no, undo. Those are our points, right? So we need to retain that. Okay, so based on this equation, we're going to write them into 8G, negative 8G plus 8F plus C is equal to negative 20. Next one is negative 4G plus 12F plus C is equal to negative 40. Okay, next one is negative 8G plus 16F plus C is equal to negative 80. Okay, so first and foremost is we're going to what? We're going to get the equation number 1 and equation number 3. Okay ba? So we're going to get the equation number 1 and equation number 3. So that is negative 8G. Okay, so negative 8G plus 8F plus C is equal to negative 20. Next one is negative 8G for our equation number 3 plus 16F plus C is equal to negative 8. Okay, so we're going to what? We're going to subtract these equations. So if we're going to subtract this equation, this will become positive. So again, this now will become 0G plus negative 8F. So this is subtraction. So this one is cancelled out already. So this is 28. Okay, so therefore, this one will be cancelled out. So our answer here is negative 8F is equal to 28. And dividing both sides by negative 8, so that is negative 8 cancelled out. F now is equal to what? Is equal to, so let's divide using our calculator. So that is 28 divided by 8. I think that is 3.5. Okay, so that is 3.5. So we have already our F. Okay, so if we have already our F, what do we need to do next? Okay, if we have already our F, so next is we're going to get what? We're going to get the equation number 2 and equation number 3. So equation number 2, that is negative 4G plus 12F plus C is equal to negative 40. Equation number 3 is negative 8G plus 16F plus C is equal to negative 40. Okay, so what do we need to do next? So based on this one, we're going to what? Sorry, I think this one is not negative 8. So this one is negative, sorry, it's not negative 40, it's negative 8. Okay, so based on this one, we're going to what? We're going to subtract. So subtract again to cancel C. Okay, so this is negative, so that is positive 4G plus subtract, so this is negative 4F is equal to negative 32. Okay, so we have equation here. So that is 4G minus 4F is equal to 30, negative 32. Okay, but again, we have already our F. So that is 35. I'm sorry, 3.5. So we're going to substitute the value of F here. So this will become 4G minus 4F is equal to negative 32. And this is 4G now minus 4 multiplied by our F. So that is 3.5 is equal to negative 32. So 4G now minus 3.5 multiplied by 4 is equal to, I think that is 14. Am I right? So is equal to negative 32. So transposing to the other side, so this will become 4g is equal to negative 32 plus 14. Okay, so what do we need to do next? So that is, let me erase something here for us to write. Erase, erase, erase. Okay, so again, let me annotate. So this will become 4g is equal to, take note, this is negative 32. So this 32 and positive 4. So therefore, we're going to subtract. So our answer is negative 28. Okay, so based on this one, we're going to divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4, so cancelled out. So g now is equal to negative what? Negative 7. Okay, so again, we have f is equal to 3.5. We have our g, which is negative 7. Okay, so what is the last missing term or missing variable? It is just our value of c. Okay, so let me erase something on our solving board. So based on this one is we're going to wait for a while. Let me erase something for us to write. Okay, so let me annotate again. So this one now we're going to use what? We're going to use I think equation number 3. I think it's much easier, or equation number 1. So either of the 3, me too. Okay, so we're going to get equation number 1. So 8, what is our g? Negative 7 plus 8, what is our f? 3.5 plus c is equal to negative 20. So what is 8 times 7? Okay, I think you are very much good with multiplication, right? So this is 56 plus, how about 8 multiplied by 3.5? That is 28. Am I right? Plus c is equal to negative 20. So combining this one, 28 plus 56 is equal to 84. So this is now 84 plus c is equal to negative 20. Then transposing c is equal to negative 20 minus 84. Again, they are what? They are like signs. So therefore, we're going to add. And this gives c is equal to negative 104. I cannot write anymore beyond this line. Okay, so therefore we have now our C is equal to negative 104. Okay, now after finding our G, F, and C, what do we do next on these equations or on these values of F, G, H? Sorry, F, G, and C. Okay, so let's continue. Wait for a while. So what is the last step? We need to put the G, F, and C. Okay, so based on this one, let me annotate. So again, we're going to use this equation now. So this is x squared plus y squared plus 2. What is G? That is negative 7. X plus 2. What is F? That is 3.5. Y plus what is c? That is negative 104 is equal to 0. So therefore, we're going to simplify this. So this now will become x squared plus y squared minus 14x plus 7y minus 104 is equal to 0. And this is now our equation of the circle in general form. Okay, I think you are very much ready for a certain activity in our discussion for today. Okay, so let me write some of our activity and then can you solve this one on your paper? Let me erase everything. Yes, I know you are very much ready. So we're going to find the equations of the circle. This is number 1. Point A is 2 and 2, 6 and 4. Sorry. Let me undo. 6 and 4. Next one is 4 and 8. So that's number 1. Let's have number 2. We're going to have 0, 0, meaning your circle is what? Approaching, approaching. No, it's not approaching. So your circle is it is tangent to what? To 0, 0. So that is 4 and 0. Next one is 6 and negative 2. Number 3 is 4 and 1, negative 2 and 1, and 2 and 3. Next, for our number 4, this is negative 3, negative 4. Next one is negative 5 and positive 2. Next one is 1 and 8. Okay, so I think this one, it's a practice for you guys in order to identify the equation of the circle. Okay, using 3 points again. So this is Dr. Calculus. So I think see you on our next video. Good day, everyone.